move. He was great at it. So if that's a little, see, there's another little thing, Neil, you can work on it. All of you can work on. Stay low in the move. Now let's see if Neil can stay. Now I'm going to teach you the best move. Get straight behind the saw. But I want to tell you, it's like everything else in life that's really good, it's the hardest to master. That's just how life works. You got to work on this one. If y'all ever heard of Akeem Olajuwon? Y'all probably aren't old enough to remember him as a player. He was incredible in the post. And he used this post move over and over and over. And it's just an unstoppable post move to get it down. I had a kid that graduated in 2001 for me at 6'5", which is not a tall post, you know, not by college standards. And he mastered this move, wound up making All-State. He was a great post player. And wound up starting in college at 6'5" in the post at Hardin Simmons. I mean, and you know, I would go watching in Hardin Simmons against 6'8", 6'9" guys, and he'd use this move and score on them. He just mastered it. So it's a great post move. It's called the fake counter. And here's how it works. I'll do it without a defense to start with. All right, it's like the counter. You're going to leg whip. You're going to look inside, and then you're going to leg whip him. Just like the counter. Okay, now, when you get to right here, you're now going to fake the counter. From here, you stop, and you take your head and your shoulders, and you fake like that. Now, when I do that, all right, Neil, if you'll do that much, just do the leg whip and take your head and shoulders. Let's go to slow motion. Slow motion, come on. All right. I've got a step here. Come on, bring that other foot with you. All right, now, head and shoulders, fake back this way. No, not the ball. Look, head and shoulders real quick. I will guarantee you this guy's going to step here. Now half pivot away from you. Look at that step. When I go here, now half pivot away. No, there's your pivot. Half pivot like jump away. Half pivot away. No, away. Away? Yeah, away. Yeah, that's just it. Right there. Now look at that separation you just got from me. You see that? Now you shoot the jump hook, and I can't get back to it. That's how that kid that played for me was. I mean, he did this move over and over, and it was like he never got contested on his jump hook because he was so good at that fake. Now again, you play defense on me and kind of go for the fake. I'll show you how that works. All right, now I go here, then I give him a quick head and shoulders there. Now when I go to here, look at that separation right there. Does that make sense? And I've got my jump hook. Okay, you can do it from either side. It's called the fake counter. Now the key to the move is how quick you fake with your head and shoulders. You go on your power dribble, then how quick you do this, right here is the key. If you do that quick, he's going to move, now you turn back, you've got your jump hook. All right, let's go fake counter. Go slow at the beginning if you have to. Fake counter. It's real common. Everywhere I go and teach this, kids do this. All right, watch my feet. You go here on the leg whip. All right, see where my feet are? On the fake, do not do this. Do not do this with this leg. Don't go here. Because now, look how far you have to go back to the jump hook position. And that's going to buy him time. Keep your feet still. Go leg whip, keep your feet still, fake. Now step right there. And that's going to be so much quicker. Now, this next post move, you play behind me, straight behind me, soft. Okay. This next post move isn't for everybody. I'm going to teach it to you, but some guys can do it, some guys can't. I've had some really good athletes just really couldn't do it, and I've had some real average athletes that did it well. That's kind of hard to explain. You just have to have kind of a natural feel for it. But I'm going to go ahead and teach it to you, and we'll see if it fits in with your game. All right, now straight behind the soft, the move is the turnaround jump. And I know everybody thinks, well, you just turn around and jump, shoot. Well, no, that's not it. First of all, you look inside. Again, you have to look inside. That helps set the move up. That gets him leaning this way. Now, this is the way you shoot the turnaround jumper. Have any of y'all ever heard of a Dallas Maverick named Mark McGuire? He used to play in the 1980s. But Mark McGuire was one of the best players in the NBA, one of the best offensive players. And he averaged about usually 25 points a game most years. But Anyway, Mark McGuire was 6'6", 6'6". His butt was this wide. He couldn't jump very good, but he could go down low on any 7-footer in the league and score. I just couldn't. And he would shoot his turnaround jumper over and over. 6'6", couldn't jump and shoot it on 7-footer. And I could not figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. But anyway, for a year, that's back a long time ago when I was single, and for a year I had a girlfriend whose dad had season tickets for the Mavericks, and they sat about on the 9th row, and they were right up there. So I got to go see the Mavericks. That was a great girlfriend, by the way, for that year. Had those Maverick tickets. So I got to go to all those Maverick games on about the 9th row, and I got to watch McGuire and his footwork, and I figured it out. Finally, it took me a long time. But what he did, and I'll show you Elton Brand on tape on Wednesday doing it, okay? What he would do is, go ahead and play me soft. Put the arm bar, there you go. What he would do, he'd look inside, and then he would half pivot. That was the key. He would look inside, and he would half pivot away, and look at where the ball is right now. He would, when this foot hit, the ball would already be over his head like this. So now all he had to do is just a little bit of a jump and shoot it. And he had that shot off before the big guy could react back to him. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's like this. Look inside, half pivot. He would kiss it high off the glass. I didn't do a good job picking it up. He would kiss it high off the glass. He wouldn't jump that high. He would just jump off his toes. The key is the half pivot though. Most players try to full pivot. If I do that to Neil, he's going to put it in the bleachers. If I full pivot, I'm just opening up right to it. Does that make sense? So, I want you to try it, see if it fits into your game pitch. Natural. Look inside with that ball chin, half pivot, kiss it high off the glass, and there we go. Neil, get on that block over there. Kyle on this block. He's the only left-hander in here, right? Okay. Turnaround jumper for right-handers is usually only good on the left block because when you pivot, it's easy to shoot a basketball from right here, like this. But as a right-hander, excuse me, if I come over here and half pivot, look at where the ball is. I mean, that's a throw, that's not a shot. On this side, as a player, I would never shoot the turnaround jumper. Now, as a player, I might turn up this way and shoot. But, so, all your turnaround jumpers, right-handers from the left block. Everybody on the left block. Neil's the only one on the right block. Now, it'll be okay. Now, I'm going to teach you the fourth and final move for straight behind and soft. Okay. Big, huge key. Again, is to look inside first. Sets up the move. And I can also give you 4 more good reasons to look inside first. But it sets this move up so well. Look inside. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to tell you this is the most underused move in basketball. I cannot, for the life of me, get my post players to do this enough. It works and it works and it works because kids want to block shots. But if you will look inside first, then half pivot, and as you half pivot, do a power fake, up, under, and score. Now, do I go to the middle on the up and under, or do I go baseline? It depends on where the defender is. You just have to get good enough to read him. Go away from his body. It's that simple. Okay, Neil, come on, let's go again, slow motion. I go half pivot, I go up. All right, right now, Neil is a little bit high, so I'm going to put him on the floor as a baseline. Let's go. You just have to read it. I can practice it both ways. Okay, here's the most common mistake kids make on the up and under. This is kind of funny when you think about it. Most kids will do the up and under. They'll go half pivot, and they'll fake, and they'll do their fake looking down on the floor. Now, what kind of moron would jump if you're faking looking at the floor like that? Doesn't make any sense, does it? It kills me how many kids do that. They look at the floor. Look at the rim and fake. So half pivot, look at the rim and fake, big power fake, and go under and score. Up and under. Now, I've got you turning toward the baseline to your up and under. Is it okay to turn this way and do an up and under? Is it? Yeah, it is. But I have to warn you that there's a heck of a lot more help defense in there. People coming in and reaching and grabbing. I don't allow guys to do the up and under this way unless they show me that they're a good player and can handle the ball.